The great thing about being celiac today is that because a lot of people have kind of jumped on the gluten-free diet bandwagon, whether they have to or not for health reasons, a lot more food producers are creating quality gluten-free food. With that being said, I visit the gluten-free aisle very seldomly because honestly, a lot of the food there, while well-intended, tastes horrible. And you just don't like eating bad food. And it's super expensive anyways. And so I'm a poor, struggling college student. But some of my go-tos are some of the gluten-free pasta now is super good. And so gluten-free pasta, other things is Red Barn. The brand Red Barn has some really good gluten-free oatmeal. And you can just put that, in the pot. Takes 5 minutes. Pamela's. If you don't know about Pamela's flour, then you're missing out. There are hundreds of types of flours out there. But Pamela's all-purpose gluten-free flour, it's expensive. It's like $14 or $15 for 4 pounds. But you want it because it's the best substitute flour. I don't want to be that gluten-free person to say it tastes just like the normal thing, but it's the closest thing that tastes like normal gluten-free food. And like I talked about earlier, Cheerios is now gluten-free. It's like a blessing from heaven because I eat Cheerios probably like every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Kind of bad, but sometimes you're really looking for good, easy fixes. Quinoa also, I don't know if you know what quinoa is. It's another type of grain. Kind of like rice, a little bit smaller, interesting taste and texture. Depending on how it's flavored, can taste super good. Quinoa, rice. Rice is super easy, super quick, but you typically have to make the rice yourself, not one of those instant packets. And then a lot of meats that aren't seasoned. Tuna fish is great. Like we're all grateful that bacon is usually gluten-free. Like that's a blessing. The really hard one is trying to find gluten-free bread. There's not really like a go-to, this tastes just like Sara Lee's or Walmart's gluten bread. You're not going to find it. Typically gluten-free bread, you have to find one that you can grow to appreciate, we'll say. And then once you find one, you just kind of stick to it. And the thing about gluten-free bread too is typically it's either like drier than the Sahara Desert or more moist than New York is with its humidity. And so you have to figure out how to keep it. So typically I have to keep a lot of gluten-free food in the fridge so it doesn't go moldy in like 2 or 3 days. Because nothing is worse than thinking about making French toast for breakfast and then you go and your gluten-free bread is all moldy. And so you go to the Cheerios. Oh, Chex as well. Theirs is just naturally gluten-free because they've got, Chex rice. Well, don't eat their Chex wheat because that's obviously not gluten-free. But Chex cereal is also a good place to go. When people ask me, like, what do you eat? What do you normally do? I usually give the response that, well, I eat anything a rabbit eats. Because typically, fruits and vegetables are pretty safe. But really and honestly, I eat anything that you guys eat. I just have to prepare it differently. When going out to eat is a whole nother ballpark. Typically, when a group of friends wants to go out to eat, or you're going on a date, or whatever, there are some places that are good gluten-free, and typically cross-contamination is not that bad. I'm a big proponent for Chick-fil-A. They are awesome to work with. They're gluten-free. Chicken nuggets are really good. Their sauces, you have to ask them which ones don't have gluten in them, but the Chick-fil-A sauce and the Polynesian sauce don't. And the other really good food that if you're celiac or gluten intolerant, you need to get to love is Thai food. It's super good, typically rice-based. Pad Thai noodles are a blessing. Curry is great. Once again, with curry, you have to make sure that the seasonings and sauces and stuff don't contain gluten. But other restaurants are really gluten-free friendly as well, even if they do serve gluten. They can't say that they are 100% gluten-free because there is always the cross-contamination can occur. But Costa Vida is really good at being gluten-free. If you go through their line and you say something like, can I have the corn tortillas? They're going to ask, oh, are you gluten-free? And you say yes. And everyone in the line changes out their gloves so that the cross-contamination isn't as likely. Now, is it still possible? Yes. Is it like playing Russian roulette? Yes. But is the benefit worth it? Sometimes, because it's good food. Other times you get super sick and then it's not worth it. But you kind of have to pick and choose. Sometimes going to a buffet place like Cracker Barrel, that's really taking your life into your own hands. Because sure, you can stick to the salad bar. Salad bar is great. Probably tastes very good. Once again, we're akin to rabbits. But like when you see someone over there having like a steak, you're just kind of like, this salad is really tasty and really nutritious. And so you go and try the steak and next thing you know, you're sick. So you have to be careful. Sometimes it's awkward when you're going to like dinner at someone else's house and they know that you're celiac and they say, don't worry, I cooked completely gluten-free. But then you want to trust people and you sincerely appreciate the efforts that they go to. But you always kind of have to be a little skeptical when they say this is completely gluten-free, because they just don't think about things that might contain gluten, and they just don't know. And it's not like, they're trying to be like, oh, Jefferson, I'm going to pour some flour into your drink and like see if you're really gluten intolerant or celiac. So typically when people invite me over to their house for food or stuff, I do stick with the rabbit food because it's safe. So, and then when people, this might be horrible of me and I will repent later, but when people bring me treats or stuff and they're like, hey, we made this for you, it's gluten-free, you say, oh, thank you so much. And if I really trust the person, I will eat it. But if not, I thank them for it and either tell my roommates or my family, like, go for it. It's all for you. And then if they don't want to eat it, find someone else to give it to or just throw it in the trash. Because, and it's not like I'm not appreciative of what they've done, but you just get burned too many times. And it's not fun and you're sick for like a week and it's challenging. And so that's another thing with food that you kind of have to, look out for.